How to survive high school. High school is a time filled with ups, downs, and daily awkward moments. One faces hard choices and sometimes make the wrong ones, talks about others and is talked about, and will likely spend many sleepless nights trying to balance a full course load and a social life. Nobody ever said it was easy, but it is simultaneously the best and worst time of one's life. With 1.2 million U.S. high school students dropping out every year, and about 25% of high school freshmen failing to graduate on time, according to DoSomething.org, you may wonder, how is one to make it through? How is one to make it through the low points and enjoy the best times? Ned's Declassified School Survival Guide covered middle school for many of us. But what do you do when the first bell of freshman year rings? There is no clear strategy or method for surviving high school, but I have for you today a collection of tips and advice from those of us who have seen it all and more, seniors about to graduate. One major player in high school survival is organization. Becoming organized is not always easy, as it takes time and effort, but organization is different for everyone and surely worth it. Really, choose anything to help you not forget among the chaos that is high school, and to remind yourself of the time you need to set aside for various assignments and activities. Take organization a step further and organize your schoolwork, as well as your locker, into a place that allows easy accessibility of schoolwork, eases your daily transitions from both home to school and school to home. If planners aren't for you, as they aren't for me, using your smartphone or a calendar reminder service is a very good idea. Keep in mind that while you have the 4 years in high school, they really do fly by, so keeping a vague and ever-changing plan of your future in college is a great idea. Another key factor in high school survival is to work. Yes, that's right, work. Do your homework because it really does cover everything you need to know on the test. We've all been there. It's 11 p.m. and you've gone from school to sports to volunteering to the movies and you didn't finish your homework on time. You literally have no energy left to finish this paper, which of course you most have done because none of us procrastinate. But trust me, with a little coffee in a brightly lit room, you'll make it through. That is not to say every night will be like that, and in fact it really shouldn't be. By doing homework and doing it the right way, your brain actually has to encode, assimilate, and retrieve information, which, since you've probably not yet read Myers Psychology for AP, mean that you actually learn and memorize the information. Also, study for your tests, because reviewing this information allows your brain to clarify and renew your memory so you remember it flawlessly on the test. Plus, while retake policy may be relaxed, you spend a lot more time retaking a test and having to study for it again than just studying for it in the first place. And do it on time. Teachers will appreciate you for it, and you have the added bonus of not having assignments stressing you out. Working hard also applies to getting to class and school on time, and staying focused in class. You win, your teachers win, your parents win. There's no downside. Perhaps the greatest key to high school survival is without a doubt involvement. Involvement in class, clubs, sports, student council, academic societies, everything. Involvement in academics is by far the most important, as your academics in high school really do matter and set the foundation for the rest of your life. Put effort into your classes from day one because, trust me, when you start applying for colleges, that barely passing grade in freshman English will sink your GPA and you will regret it. High school is the only place where so many opportunities will be provided to you with such accessibility and typically at no cost. And the truth is, people want you to join these activities. Involvement not only develops your social and leadership skills, but builds connections with fellow students and teachers that you normally wouldn't experience inside the classroom. This is not to mention the classic, it looks good on a college application, which does hold some truth. All you have to do is find something you love and stick to it, or if you love a lot of things, try them all. In addition, taking on a part-time job gets you involved with the community and puts a little extra money in your pocket. Never be afraid to push yourself harder or try something new. On top of all aforementioned survival tips, don't forget to be social. While involvement in extracurricular activities is important, going to sporting activities and other school events like dances are really important to build your friend group and get to know the people in your school. How you dress in high school, while not always important, is what many people's first impression of you ends up being. So remember to dress for success. While sadly, much of the high school social scene involves bullying, which, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, chronically affects 21% of high school students, staying positive through it all is necessary for mental health. My last tip for high school survival is one that often gets overused. Be yourself. While this is perhaps seemingly the most simple piece of advice, it is actually the most difficult to accomplish. This does not merely mean that you should dress and act in a way that truly reflects who you are, but it means that amongst all the ways that you change in high school, don't let it or anyone else change you. Every day you'll be faced with difficult choices, pressure from your peers, and opportunities you may not see. All these will change you in some way, be it big or small, and you are the only one who controls what that change is. Do not lower your morals because anyone says you should, and do not give in or go along with what you know is not right. Despite the appeal of alcohol for many and drugs for some, it's not worth it, and you'll gain nothing but potentially getting caught and losing the trust of many people in your life. There's no loss by waiting until it's legal. Your actions in school impact a lot of people, and while you may regret doing something, the repercussions of your choices stick with you. Make sure you know what you're getting yourself into and learn to discern the truth of what people tell you. Overall, having a positive outlook on your life is best. By staying true to yourself, you can not merely survive, but succeed in high school, and you'll be a happier person for doing so. So, what has high school taught us? And what will all of this teach those just about to start it? It has taught us that in the end, while it will all soon be in our past, high school is a place and time we will never forget. All in all, it has been what we've made of it. The friends, the fun, the fights, the cliques, the failures, and eventually walking across the stage, shaking your principal's hand, accepting your diploma, and being filled with the hope that you have built for your future. In college and adulthood, we will be barricaded by countless choices, opportunities, and freedoms. But we will be without the care and guidance that we have thus far had from our teachers and mentors. We will each just be a fish, a minnow amongst the sharks in an endless ocean. Whether you sink or swim is entirely up to you and depends wholly on the everyday choices you make, which all begins in the 4 years you call high school.